Okay, so in this video, I'm going to speak about why drills matter as opposed to just practicing a skill. All right, so in the previous video, I was talking about how when they are conditioning, they're learning the key tumble shapes for a skill to be able to be performed. And just as a quick example, a back handspring is made up of a set position, often called an athletic position, an arch, a handstand, and a snap down back into a hollow shape. If they're conditioning well, those shapes will be easier for them to make when they are performing the back handspring itself. But from shapes, we move to something that is called drills. And I often refer to drills as the jigsaw pieces that make up a skill. And when you complete all of the jigsaw pieces, you have a complete puzzle and you have a complete skill. And often you'll find that coaches will set them up from the beginning of the skill, and you'll have all these drills that kind of break down the skill, and you'll have the skill completion at the end. This is important because the athlete is developing the muscle memory for the skill, a bit like with the conditioning, but at the same time, it's the confidence that goes with it because the athlete is breaking down every part of the skill, and so are building their familiarity as well as the conditioning that goes with it. If they understand each component of the skill, that skill becomes less threatening and they can start to trust themselves a little bit more. When you're constantly spotting an athlete, for example, an athlete is relying on somebody else. So a lot of the progression is then reliant on how much or how little the coach is doing. And this is why you'll see that a lot of your coaches are setting up these very expansive circuits that are designed for the athlete to learn the skill and understand the skill, but also to take ownership over the skill. And generally speaking, you'll find that coaches are spotting towards the end of a circuit or towards the end of a session rather than throughout a session. And like I said, this is an important part of the progression. It's also important because it's the independence and self-coaching that goes with it. If an athlete is spending a lot of time working their jump into a back handspring, and part of that involves an arch shape, when they then perform the back handspring, they know what the arch feels like. So if they're performing the back handspring and the arch doesn't feel right, they know that there's an adjustment that they need to make, and they can go back and then make it. So drills matter because they are the foundation of the skill that your athlete is going to be learning.